You think we're announcing you? You think we're bringing you up? Take a seat, dude. No, we're not. Take a seat, you fucking clown.
Yeah, we don't do intros.
What's going on? All right.
Let's fucking go. Captain's dogs. I'm fucking drunk for this.
Really?
Off Zevia.com. Cheers, boys.
The mic in there.
Sorry.
Also, times have to be rough. Why not get by Coca-Cola?
Sugar, baby.
No, there's no way.
That's
What do
the
you mean?
real pandemic.
Sugar? Wait, are you allergic to sugar? You can't eat sugar?
I mean, if I want to, stay in shape, you're allergic to sugar.
What are the calories on that? 0? Not buying it.
0,
Also,
baby.
do you eat gluten? You're one of those.
I plead the fifth.
You're one of those. Dude. Gluten, I'm convinced, is a myth. I'm not. I think it's big bread pushing that out. Because you look at the look at the gluten-free products, dude. They're always thrice the price.
That's true.
Yeah, but
actually.
they taste like shit.
Exactly. It's not. But no, I don't know about that. I think they taste the same.
So you think gluten allergies are a myth?
Yeah, I think these are just like they're the sheeple falling in line.
Amen, brother.
You know,
Dude, I used
think
to
about the people that are on the gluten-free diet. Think about the people, real quick. I mean,
Listen, I'll be honest with you because I know some
Checkmate.
people are gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, Evan, I know you were gluten free for a while.
are you,
I had to go for a while. I'm back though, brother. I'm back.
you back to the wild side?
Dude, I had this crazy rash thing that happened for like 2 years. The doctors couldn't figure out what it was. And cutting out dairy and gluten made it go away.
Sounds like China.
Was it on your balls?
It was all over, brother.
Really?
All over my body.
Even your face?
Yeah, on my cheeks and everything.
Ugh.
They couldn't
And
figure it
they're like,
out.
Show us a
You know what?
pic.
You know
We'll
what,
put
Evan?
that
It
up.
must have been that loaf of sourdough you ate last week. Come on. What are we doing?
It's fucking
Yeah.
Pillsbury, dog.
And if you can't handle bread, then you deserve to look like a
Yeah,
fucking
man. That's
pimple.
yeah.
Hey, listen,
bread's on
I
you.
came on this podcast. I didn't know this was a roast fest.
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
that's-
you want me to
that's-
start going at you?
I wasn't gonna roast you. Actually, I was gonna say you're low key buff. I didn't realize until
Yeah.
I got this angle right here. Like,
Put
you're
it down.
you're like a workout guy.
Yeah, kind of a workout guy.
But you were telling me earlier that you boxed growing up. Do you still box?
Yes. I got a full boxing gym in the garage.
No.
Now, is that a requirement for the culture?
For Puerto Ricans,
Right. That's
You grow up Puerto Rican, you gotta. It's like cats, like where you drop them and they like land on their feet.
And who's the guy? Triple G? Who's Puerto Rican?
No,
Do we have a guy?
Miguel Cotto is. He was of my era.
Mayweather? Somebody I know?
Yeah, not Puerto Rican, but
and
yeah.
Puerto Rico, is that North or South Mexico? Where
It's
regionally
the
speaking?
tropical.
It's like the Hawaii of
water
Mexico.
Mexicans.
So
that's actually
right?
very good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So then they hate Mexicans like Hawaiians hate Americans?
They don't really know what they are, to be honest with you.
Mexicans?
Yeah.
Or
they
Puerto
don't.
Rican? Is it an identity crisis within the
Puerto
Rican
Ricans
community?
think Mexicans are like a fairy tale.
Okay. I would say I'm on Team Mexico only because I've seen what they can do with their hands and some wood. I haven't look if
And
I
some
go
wood.
Yeah, dude. If you wanted a deck built right now, you're gonna get a bunch of Puerto Ricans over here.
There'd be some fucking amazing food and music happening while it was being built. It might come a little late. It might not get built. You're gonna get hustled a bit. That's the other thing is like, listen, a Puerto Rican's gonna be like, yeah, I do it for $250, and they'd be like, hey, it's gonna be $300.
So you're saying Puerto Ricans are loud and late, so I don't think they're the Hawaiians of Mexico. I think there's something else.
What do you think? They
Next topic. We can move. We can move right along. We can keep plowing through.
But
Boys,
yeah,
you know what, dude? I'm got a new doc, Niko. New doc alert. New doc alert.
Me too.
Dude, Armie Hammer, bro. You guys.
They made one already?
Yeah, dude. Crazier than I knew.
But
Are you
isn't it
woke to
still
this?
ongoing?
No.
I think it's yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's not in jail or anything. But
Armie
there's, like,
Hammered?
You know who Armie Hammer is?
No.
Yeah, he's an actor. I only knew the name. Do you know who he is? Are you familiar with his work? He played both of the Winklevoss twins
In the Social Network.
in The Social Network. That's really all I know.
He really got stardom from the Call Me By Your Name with Timothée Chalamet, where they were lovers on. Did you see the Peach? You didn't see the. Did you either of you guys see the Call Me By Your Name?
No, what is this?
Really? No.
You never heard of Call Me By Your Name?
No.
It's what blew up Timothée Chalamet and Armie Hammer. It was just this like kind of more indie film.
Wait, I thought
About
Armie.
two
How long has
guys falling
Timothy?
in love.
How long has he been famous?
Like
Timmy Shal.
4 years or 5 years. This is what blew him up. This
Armie
film
Hammer's
was like.
only been famous for that long as well.
I mean, Armie Hammer was just like in supporting roles and
If you
stuff.
guys see
But
Armie
the-
Hammer one more time on this podcast,
What do you want us to call the guy, dude? What do you want
No,
us to
that's on
call
his
him?
parents. That's so because there's Arm and Hammer. There's no way it was an
Yeah.
accident
No.
that they called
Big
him
detergent.
Armie
Dude,
Hammer.
but I like the ha-ha. You don't like the ha-ha? You don't like that?
I would like it if it was just arm and hammer. But Armie Hammer is just like,
dude, I mean, the guy sucks, bro. So first of all, it came out, this was mid-pandy, 2020, still wearing masks. I remember this. I was listening to some podcast. So his DMs came out, and he's like talking about how like crazy shit with women. Like, I want you to cut off a piece of your arm and cook it in front of me so I can watch you eat it.
let's
No
not jump to
shit.
crazy. I mean,
No, I watched the documentary. This is a quote. I'm pulling that from, that's
I know, but you don't have to call it
He's-
crazy.
Nico's
This is
like,
don't kink shame. We're not
this should
kink
be a
shaming.
little
crazy. I
socially
mean,
acceptable.
crazy passionate. He
Yeah.
was crazy passionate.
So he
Yeah.
said, I want you to cut off a little piece of your body and cook it in front of me.
He has insane messages saying I'm 100% a cannibal, all this crazy shit, and then he football game or a wolf. That
Maybe
could
both.
be anything in these parts.
Listen,
dude. That could
you're
be
in
anything.
Kyle, Texas right now. They got a little bit of everything out here.
But then these girls came out. This one, like these. First of all, now I'm gonna sound like an asshole, but like, it's so funny seeing these girls' testimonies when like they first explain how they fell for Armie Hammer, and they're trying so hard to be like. To make it everything, but he's a famous movie star. Like I trusted him. He was so kind. It's like, bitch, no, you did. And like, they were putting up with all this crazy shit. He brought one of these girls to his house. He tied her up all crazy, and like, she was not about it. Didn't want it. Like, he's being charged with rape now, but like crazy cannibalism type shit. And then like the documentary talks about how he comes from crazy roots and his family's all fucked. And I don't know. I fell asleep.
This is a dark documentary.
Yeah, they all are, dude. They're not pushing out positivity.
It almost like the
This shit.
positivity's not selling anymore.
No,
They're
it's
like,
not.
where are the people cutting bitches up?
And don't get me wrong, I don't victim shame, but at what point do we look
But
into
I'm
the fact
gonna.
that, hey, I'm going to eat you, and you go over and he starts eating you? At what point do we get a little bit of
So
responsibility?
did he actually slice a little off like a fucking like some bruschetta? Like
I don't think
just
he
like
did
took-
anything.
I don't think he was that elegant.
Just a
Bruschetta?
slight.
Bruschetta? I think it was more of like a
bit-
fucking piece of salami just right off
Dude,
the
he
line.
just fucking.
But
Where did he take it from?
I get what Nico's saying. What was she wearing? It matters. It matters in the context. Maybe he got hungry. Like, you don't know. Maybe it was a mustard color. Maybe it was summer. He was smelling the Frankfurters, and he went for it. It's a valid point, Nico.
Right.
Yeah. So
If she, he's saying come seasoned up, and she brings out the pepper grinder and starts putting it
Yeah,
on her
man.
tits.
yeah.
I mean,
Now, if you're gonna eat a human, Evan, what's the method of cooking?
I think.
Crock pot, broil.
I know
If
Evan's
I'm
ass
going-
first.
Nah, I mean, dude, a little pork butt, that's my thing.
So let's say this: if this is a controlled situation and you had to eat a human,
We're talking apocalypse?
not necessarily
Or just a
apocalypse,
regular
but like some
Saturday.
regular shit. But you're gonna get away with kind of like post-apocalypse.
Okay,
We're getting reestablished.
Okay.
Are you gonna take the time? Are you adding paprika, or is this gonna be like a savage
You
thing?
gotta add some paprika.
You gonna make a quiche?
I might fry it.
fry
to
it
be
up.
honest.
There you go. If you put it in a casserole, it kind of everything tastes like chicken.
Maybe
that
some
way.
meatballs.
So could you
I'm
think
a
you could do it,
festive
Nico? You think you
person.
could eat a motherfucker?
I think I could try a bite. Like if somebody died of natural causes and someone like cooked it up and they're like,
Yeah.
I want to
I
hunt.
could see.
I mean, anything. If all it takes for me is if like Anthony Bourdain were to suggest it, if this
Right.
was on like diners, drive-ins, and dives,
Right.
I might try it
Yeah.
out. If it got a Michelin star, worth a shot.
How weird would it be if like you got tricked into eating some human meat somehow, and you're like, "This is the fucking best ribeye I've ever had."
That's the
and
last
they're
thing
like,
you
"That's
want.
human." Like, what would you do? You'd be like, "Fuck!" Like,
This is my life now.
I've eaten some unidentifiable meat. I will say that.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been overseas, boys.
What's the craziest meat you've eaten?
But, I mean, that's the thing about unidentified. I mean, I don't know. I probably a testicle for sure. I'd shake a testicle.
Human?
Chicken.
Craziest meat you've eaten and craziest meat you've sucked.
Crazy as me sucked. Sometimes like a nice little piece of wagyu. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna fall for what you're doing there, Nico. This is
It's a cheap trick.
yeah, it's a cheap
I ate
trick.
camel. That was the craziest meat.
I
think
turned down
ate.
kangaroo.
Why?
Couldn't do it, dude. I just pictured Kangaroo Jack. That was a great movie for me. It moved me. It inspired me, and I just pictured a little Australian kangaroo. It's like,
You gotta get-
what about me, Joey? Who's gonna raise me, Joey?
The Joeys are the best. That's the veal of the kangaroo. You gotta have those. They're not. They haven't moved a muscle. They've just been sitting in the pouch, getting fat as fuck.
I'll tell you a little fun fact about kangaroos. People think they're so cute and cuddly. I have an Aussie mate that told me that the kangaroos will lure. What's the word? Lure.
Lure.
Crazy
Wow.
that you knew. Weird that you knew that, dude. Little A little predatory of you, but anyways, lures the dogs like to like a lake and will drown them for sport.
That's for sport.
Yeah, these kangas.
Damn.
And another sport they're into, boxing. Is that why you're not
Kangaroos?
saying much about the kangaroos? You're
Listen, I've
scared
had a
of
couple
little-
run-ins. All right.
Dude, some of those videos of these jacked ass kangaroos just leaning back on their tails and popping the other guy is nothing short of motivational.
What is the biggest animal you think you could fight?
All right, this is. I've had this conversation as a stupid man. I've had this conversation more than 100 times.
But realistically, where's the limit? It's
I know for
obviously
a
not
fact.
gorilla.
I know for
For
a fact
him,
I would-
squirrel.
No, well, first of all,
Here's what you're not beating: gorilla, elephant.
well, let's start. Okay, you're going straight. Like, let's smoke some
You're
weed before we
taking-
do the cocaine. I would mollywop a billy goat. Drop it.
I give
so
you
let's
that.
start there.
So are you okay? Fist
What, dude? You don't think I stand
How-
a chance against? No, hold on. What?
I mean, they don't even have opposable thumbs or anything.
That's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying. I'm starting. I don't want to. I'm not going straight into defeat. I
You
want.
should be
I
able
want to
to
get a couple
take-
W's, dude. Let's do this bracket style.
Okay, anything with hooves, you should be able to take.
All right. So round
Or
one.
not a,
There's
not a
some
bull,
of those
I
things
guess.
that can fucking like some rams out there on some rocks.
Here's what. You
They'll
know.
have a
You
bad
know what would
time.
be a
They
great.
clip you.
You know what would be a great line in Vegas? Niko versus an ostrich, dude. Imagine that bout. Imagine that bout, dude. That would be incredible. Who's got the longer neck is the question. Nobody knows. But Niko, you look. See, like I feel like you were built to peck. You know. Have
Dude,
ever
I'm not
thought-
letting a bird kick my ass, dude.
It's
Might
got
not have a
wings.
choice.
It's got wings, Niko.
Dude,
Dude,
they can't fly.
I've been pecked by an ostrich as a kid. It broke skin. It was an emu, all right?
And they got crazy
But that's not as cool
eyes.
as a story. It was an emu.
It was a flamingo. Let's be honest.
And do they have those in Florida? Or are those indigenous?
I have no idea.
Flams?
I think they're fake. I
As
think
our
flamingos?
yeah, they can't be real.
Flamingos?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. You
Real
look like you would
enough.
fit right in South Beach. You tell us. Are there flamingos in Florida?
I don't know about Florida.
Have you spent any time in Miami?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
It'd be-
you'd fit right in.
Dude, I would just burn up into flames. I'd
You'd-
fall into that culture and you'd never see me again.
Those shorts would hike up about 3 or
Dude,
4 inches.
I'd just be Avon all on
There
the
you
fucking
go.
beach. Just
Oh,
a gold chain, way too tan.
And then instantly you would just be like Scarface, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have that
Just
accent.
everything
Have
just
that. Yeah. This-
You know?
oh,
This
shit.
town's just one big pussy.
My
you
bad.
know? Niko, what is the biggest animal you could take? What is something you're confident you're like, I could take every single one of those species?
If you're just going for size, I mean, the obvious answer is like a giraffe.
You're taking a giraffe?
Yeah, because
You're
they don't
fucking
they
up a
don't fight
giraffe.
animals. They're too nice.
Dude, have you
Hey.
ever seen what they do with
Hey.
their fucking
Get a
head?
load of this guy, dude.
Dude,
Get a
a
load of this
giraffe?
guy.
Have you never seen Animal
And like
Planet?
any
they
question.
don't fuck people up, do they?
They fuck each other up. If a giraffe catches you with its fucking head swing,
Well, hold on. Are we talking
you're
hand to
going
hand?
out. Yeah.
So please express how you would do this.
Yeah, how you fighting?
You
it?
just
I mean, it'd be a
Strangle
lot. It might take like a few months.
You
Nah.
need
You're
a
gonna
ladder.
starve
You
it
need-
out.
Yeah, and I'm
just
assuming.
gonna throw rocks.
gonna
at it.
out-
And
Roll
we're
it
talking neutral terrain, right? No one's got the advantage.
Yeah, you're locked in a room.
Okay.
You're a basketball
Because if this is a
Oh, we're in the
savannah-
octagon.
Yes. Cage
Yeah.
fight.
cage fight with the giraffe.
Yeah,
You
I
say-
guess it's hard for me to imagine it like getting into fight or flight and like fucking me up, but I guess it would at some point if I keep kicking it.
It's a funny image, just the idea of a giraffe just having enough with Niko.
Yeah.
Enough is enough, dude.
You can-
I've tried to ignore you in this cage. Tried to give you your sector. You didn't do it, and I think they just start thrashing, dude. Or maybe a
And the
buck,
hooves,
maybe
too.
a back kick.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
one of those to the nuts
Yeah.
would fucking shoot
The
me
funniest
to the moon.
part is you saying how you would beat it would be after a couple months. Like, what is your?
What are you gonna? You're
your
gonna try to convince it you're its
You're
friend.
gonna slowly try to
You're gonna
breathe
take your
all the air
backstab
out
it,
of the
dude.
room.
You're gonna work its way into the draft circle.
Yeah, I'm
Be a
gonna
part
be
of the
riding
tribe.
it. I'm gonna be like on its head after a month. It'll have the
Bet you're gonna
trust.
be riding it.
Dude, I just have this image of a giraffe just stomping Niko out, dude, like a fussy Clydesdale. Dude, you're done. You're done.
Yeah, it would probably fuck me up.
Now I'm interested to find out if people have ever been killed by giraffes. They seem pretty docile. I've seen one go to town on a metal pipe. It was deep throating a pipe at the zoo. And it was like,
I think that's illegal. I don't think
oh,
you can watch that.
See,
and
now
it knew
this-
what it was doing. It
now
was
you
like,
know
you need
what?
to talk to the zookeepers.
Now, knowing that, I don't like how Toys R Us went with the draft. Feels a little inappropriate now.
Yeah.
Now we know what Jeffrey. Now we know why Jeffrey, is out of a job. I think he got. I think. I'm gonna say here on this podcast. I think Jeffrey. Is that his name? Jeffrey the Draft.
Jeffrey the Draft.
Jeffrey the
sounds
Draft
right.
got doxxed, and they covered it up fast.
Oh, he was like Jared from Subway.
Yeah, yeah, dude. And that's another thing. Like, Subway, they should have done a full rebrand. I can't not think of that guy when I. It's just he was on so many Subway commercials for a decade. Long stretch.
They didn't do one Google search to just vet him before they made him the face of their entire brand. They put all their eggs in that underage basket.
What do you think they would have found on Google?
Check out his browser history before you're just going to be like, vet him a little bit. I feel like you look at his Facebook page, even his MySpace groups. What was he part of at that time?
I think he just missed the era of like getting away with it.
They're like, what are all these Toys R Us ads coming to your house? Why is there a lot of...
Yeah. Dude, the phone calls that were released on that were crazy. Like, this guy is not just like
They have phone calls?
Yeah, man. So the way
I forgot about those, but it's coming back to me.
The way he was caught was some lady got word about this behavior and convinced him that she was also a pedo. And in this conversation, she's like giving him permission to have sex with her kids, but just to trap him.
Whoa.
Yeah, and like he admits to all of it. He's like, "You'd let me have sex with your kids?" Like, and they're like 8 and 9. It's insane. It's not just this guy was not just like a 17-year-old Chris D'Elia style. This was
really
like the real deal.
Did he go to prison?
Yeah, he's there now.
See, I almost think maybe Subway, the move should have been just to lean into it, like Donald Trump style, no apologies. Like, hey, we're sticking by our guy.
What do you think they meant when they said "eat fresh," dude? young and dumb.
Yeah, kind of dark. But wait, so what's the end of the Armie Hammer documentary? Is there any? I mean, he didn't do any. Like, the worst he did was tie her up. And did he have a fork?
No,
and got caught?
he raped one of them.
Oh,
yeah, like one of them
Can't do
said
that.
like I'm not about this anymore. I don't want to do this, and he kept doing it. She was tied up. So I was also in and out of this. I was falling asleep, and no disrespect.
Hey! You fall asleep to that kind of stuff?
Well,
that's your white noise to be able to slumber.
Hey, don't
off?
blame me. Blame the world around me.
Hey,
blame society.
This puts me in a state
ride.
of mind where I can just drift off.
I mean, look, we're talking about negativity getting pushed out. On the same, they just dropped a new Dahmer series, and it's a biopic, right? So they acted out. Obviously, the guy's dead. But it's not a documentary. It's a series. Dude, it's scary as shit. The first, couple of scenes, the first episode is so scary. Like, I don't know. You're right. I don't know why negativity sells so much, but it does. And I guess it has for centuries, but we're really...
It's the new counting sheep, dude. There's a lot of people out there like you who just can't get to bed until they hear somebody killed or raped or murdered.
Do you ever think it's what's keeping you
better than a warm glass of milk, you pussy.
Is it?
Probably not. It's probably not.
We'll
I probably
check
belong off the streets.
We'll check in 25 years to see where everybody's at.
Yeah, I'll take the milk.
Dude, we're going to be doing this podcast from a phone in the jail. I'm just in my jumpsuit. Nico's just got the phone and the GoPro. But the show will go on, folks. Subscribe, like and subscribe.
It is weird that there is such a demand for dramatized serial killer biops.
Do you watch that shit?
No, I can't.
Me neither, dude. Wait, what is your mentality?
I just want to be a detective.
Yeah.
Dude, I just watch these things and I'm just like, I'm going to solve one of these cases, dude.
So you know what documentaries get me fired up? Is this documentary I couldn't stop watching, Light and Magic. It's about Industrial Light and Magic. The film.
Tell us more.
The company that made Star Wars and all the special effects and stuff like that. I like watching that kind of stuff. How'd they make Star Wars? That puts me to sleep.
We're going to take a quick break so Niko can puff his inhaler. Fucking dork.
Dude, it fired me up. Now I want to go make the next Jurassic Park now. I was like, I could do that shit.
Niko,
as we record this on an iPhone.
Well, dude, I mean, there's maybe you know about this. There's a small group of people in some 3 dudes in some rural part of Africa that are making these action movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And, they're getting really good at it. And it was they started using the iPhone. And, they're learning how to make movies because they have no technology out there. And at first it was these crazy photoshopped images and stuff. But now they're learning CGI just through the technology that's available to them. It's fucking cool. I don't really know where I was going with that, but
yeah. No, there's so much more. There's a lot more
how this goes, dude. Niko brings us right back on.
Well, dude, we got a filmmaker right here in the hot seat. I mean, have you been making films your whole life and stuff?
Yeah. I started off with my...
Was that the initial dream?
Filmmaking?
Yeah.
I actually started off doing music, and I got into filmmaking out of necessity. But I'd always been doing skits. Like, my sister is big into filmmaking. She did a lot of, like, stunt coordination in L.A. and stuff like that. And I've always been around it. Like, I love making short films and documentaries and stuff like that. And I actually started on an iPhone as well. You know, you got to work with what you got, and you just level up.
I mean, this you didn't even realize that we did this on an iPhone, dude.
It's very impressive
Yeah.
what you guys have pulled off here.
Dude, Niko is a real Spielsberg, dude. L'chaim.
Yeah, just wait till we start getting special effects, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a robotic shark. We'll have that.
Yeah, before we get a producer for the podcast, we're looking for a special effects guy. We have our priorities
You need
straight.
CGI first,
So-
bro.
Yeah.
And then the producer will find you. It's like Field of Dreams, you know.
What kind of documentaries have you made?
I like doing
Any
stuff
shit
where
that Matt would be into?
yeah,
Anybody
just
dying?
murder people on camera.
Yeah, any true crimes?
Yeah, just a lot of tying people up and putting them in the bruschetta. I like doing stuff where I find out about someone's if they have an odd way of living. Like, my first video I did was a friend who was a sheep shearer, so I went along with him on a job that was shearing sheep, and he would go all across America, and like, it's just this like insane unknown niche.
That's a traveling gig.
Yeah.
You would think every farm's got a guy for that.
No, in a Honda Fit, he would fucking load up everything. He had everything portable where he could just pull up to a farm. And
That
just
makes
roll
makes
all
sense.
the
Imagine
sheep
just being
there.
on a farm, seeing a Honda Fit barreling down the long road. That's the shear guy.
Yeah, that's the
You just
shearing
know
guy
it's-
right
that's
there.
the shear guy.
He
He's here.
gets out and just shears them all up and everything.
And-
It's a crazy
And,
niche.
and what I picture is the dentist from Django, like that carriage, but he's just, instead of the tooth on top, he's just got the shears. No, you guys aren't. You're not on board on this one. No. No? Okay.
There's a lamb on
I
top.
think he's got like a naked sheep on a pink sheep up on top.
Now a sheep, I would roundhouse and drop in first round knockout.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say that. And
Not
that's
the
a
black sheep though; those will fuck you
little, a little
up.
quicker. They're more of they're defensive bob and weave.
Yeah.
Mayweather style.
What
You're not
really is the limit of the animal? I'm really interested.
But I think I think every animal we've named would kick all of our asses. I do want that on record. Except the sheep. The sheep I'm dropping.
Sheep might be our limit.
You know
I don't
what-
know if we
you
can.
know what might be the thing that you don't realize would kill you, and maybe you do, is a wild boar.
I mean, I'm not going near a wild
yeah,
boar. What are
those
you
will
doing,
fuck you
petting a
up.
boar?
Well, I've
With
been
the tusks,
I've been
dude?
hunting for them before, and then like once you just start Googling about the attacks that
Oh, yeah.
happen, people will put arrows and full-on bullets through them, and they'll
Yeah.
still get killed by it.
Oh, you need a side piece now.
Bro,
when you're
yeah,
out there.
you got him with that. Doo doo doo. You know?
And you don't get the arrows in the octagon.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, a boar is definitely.
You big hunter?
I'm trying to be here in Texas, man.
You're going full Joe Rogan on us now, dude.
Dude, honestly,
You just get a little more MMA.
I was
to your
doing
boxing?
all this before Joe Rogan even existed, bro.
Oh,
You
he
know?
stole your
I was
shit?
out here
Where do you
doing
think you got
comedy,
the horse come from?
You know,
Was it horse cum?
I think it was
Something like
Oh,
that.
the Fear
Donkey
Factor
Kong or
days?
something like that.
No, isn't that what helped him beat COVID? Horse tranquilizer. It was horse tranquilizer.
I like the
Wait,
Ivermectin.
What was it? Horse tranquilizer?
that he took.
Or
No, it was
it
just horse dewormer.
Oh, yeah.
Horse dewormer.
horse cum?
Yeah. No, I've always been into fishing and hunting, and I love it, man.
Yeah.
It's really relaxing. You get out there with a nice fish. There's nothing like that. Do-do-do-do-do. You know, you got a fucking fish on there. You guys big fishers?
Fish on? Yeah,
No,
I
I don't
fished
get
a
it.
little, dude. I spent a little time. Yeah, you know, patience and providing for your family, and yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect you to understand. Nico.
I'd be down to bring the shotgun.
These are
For
Dude,
fishing?
Well, spear fishing would be hardcore.
I've done a
dude.
lot of
I
spear
do
fishing.
like that. But no, I fished.
I have a national record in Puerto Rico.
I went down. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I
So
mean,
we
what's
can't
the
skip over
competition?
that.
Are those boys? I fit in
I
Puerto Rico,
mean-
and I don't mean to sound racist. They strike me as a big throw out of net and wait type of situation.
They're a very aggressive culture.
Dude, I'll tell you
You know?
this, bro. I went down, and this is not Puerto Ricans, but like I went down to when I was living in
This is
Virginia
going to be
Beach.
racist.
Oh, no, it's not. But like for
Cuidado,
real,
hermano.
for real. Every morning, Filipinos, all the Filipinos would go down there and just they're catching for dinner, dude. Like they would leave with nets.
There's no
of fish.
passion.
There's no passion. Yeah,
Being
no.
a passionate outdoorsman is a privilege. They're like, we're just trying to fucking get
For
to
real,
Tuesday.
dude. So when I was in the Navy, actually, we went through. We pulled into the Philippines, and we went through. First of all, I didn't know how many. There's like a million islands, dude. It's like it's. I
Yeah.
am so. I was uncultured, but now I'm not. Anyways, we're driving through, and I get on the gogs, dude, and like there's literally like fishing villages, like huts on the beach, people out there fishing, and it's like so different. I mean, here you go down to HEB, filleted for you, descaled, everything's ready to go.
Yeah.
And they might
H-E-B
be
not
happier.
that popular in the Philippines.
No, I don't think they have grocery stores.
Okay.
Not the part I went to, at least.
Wait, but hold on. What kind of record do you have? Did you say you
I
have?
have the biggest Bermuda chub in Puerto Rico. It's
First of
ever
all,
been
I
spearfished.
thought we were talking about sports.
You know,
We don't care about your chub, all right?
listen, it's a record size.
But
okay.
what's Bermuda? I thought you said Puerto Rico.
No, that's the name of the fish, Bermuda
Okay.
chub.
A little suspicious that they're in those waters, though, huh?
Yeah, what were they doing there?
How
you know?
big are we talking?
So it's supposed to be just a fish that's like this big normally,
Yeah.
but the one I got was like this.
Whoa.
And it was pretty big.
And then you ate it, or no?
That's a full chub.
Yeah. So we had to take it on the boat, and the guy was like, "Holy shit, this looks like a huge one. Let's go get it checked out." So we had to take it to the facility and like have a witness and everything. They weighed it, and then he came over, signed some papers and shit, and then we cooked it up on the grill.
What do you get? A trophy? A gummy bear? What
Just
do they
like
give
my
you?
name on a website and a little picture of me.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I was going to say, that feels like a real high five.
Yeah.
You did it.
They might have thought I was a little challenged, and they were like, "Let's give him something." Like they might do that for everybody. They're like, "You got the biggest one."
Yeah. It's just
know?
like, but you're looking right.
I'm like, "Stop helping me off the boat so much."
Sure, I did not. What are you, like, that guy's got a shark. What are you talking about, dude? Also, why does my trophy come with a helmet? This is offensive. What's happening? You put stickers on my medal?
No
Why
one
is
else
that-
is spearfishing with elbow pads on
Yeah,
right
why
now.
did my rod have a Bob the Builder design? What are you guys
Just
implementing?
a rope around my back so they can pull me back in case I get stuck.
It was just a stuffed animal they just threw on the end of your fishing pole. Somebody's helping you out.
It was a filleted fish that I shot.
Dude, I love a nice sunset out here, man.
Right?
Do you have is there like a little creek back there? You got like some bullfrogs?
Yeah, man, you get some fireflies out here.
Fireflies are nice.
Yeah.
Dude. It instantly makes me want to be in a rocking chair.
See, we're all from the 661.
That's right, dude. Same area code. Unnaturally.
California.
That's
just out here,
crazy, dude.
California, Texas.
That is-
You know he was from the Dale?
I knew, dude. I knew he
Dirty
was from
Dale,
the Dale,
baby.
dude.
Damn.
Why do you think I had to meet him in public a couple times before I came over
he's
here?
like, "Gotta
dude?
vet
I
him."
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You-
know. I know.
Well, hey, bring your TV over.
You ever go head-to-head against Quartz Hill High School in football?
Well, we played Palmdale,
Oh, okay.
and they did this little like Dale. They would do that like
Oh,
remember
really?
the Titans thing? Yeah,
Oh, shit.
for real. It was intimidating until the whistle blew.
And then you're like, "Oh,
And we just
you guys
stomped
haven't
these
been
pussies
training
out.
out.
Yeah,
Oh, you guys can't afford
Yeah.
personal trainers."
Hey, the choreography is great, but how about these plays? How about you get an eye formation?
Dude, and our coaches, now that I think about it, would go out to Palmdale, get the good players,
Yeah.
and bring them to Valencia High School
Shout out
and
to-
pay for them to have an apartment or
Dude,
whatever.
shout out
Just-
to
In high
dude,
school?
Shout out to who ended up being playing for the Clemson Tigers, dude. He was definitely, we stole him right from your district.
yeah.
Dude,
We
that's
took
Maybe
him-
crazy.
beep the name out. Yeah, maybe beep the name out on that one. I think that was an under the table situation.
Wow.
There's got to be a statute of limitations.
How crazy to recruit high school kids and put them in the apartment. How dope would it be to have an apartment in high school?
Yeah, no, I remember I went over there a couple times and kicked it with them, and then I brought it to my mom, like, can I get emancipated? They had a lot of
Yeah.
fun, playing. I walk in, they're always playing Madden, like no one can, but then
Yeah.
grades slipping. But then there's a shake off with the principal. It pays to be athletic in this country,
Ask
for
them
a
all
while until you're
studio.
not, until you break an ankle, and then it's like,
and then kick them to the
see
curb.
ya.
Who was that NBA player that recently, like, there was a crazy video of him on the streets?
I saw that at a gas station.
Yeah, it was like super sad.
And the woman was like almost being very non-empathetic about the situation. She was like, "And why should people stay in school?" And like blah blah blah, like getting very
yeah,
little.
yeah, it was bad.
It wasn't good.
Who
Well,
else?
it sucks to be 7 feet. Like, if you're not an NBA player, everyone's like, what the fuck happened to you? You
Yeah.
fucked up. You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
I mean, even your height, I'm sure you get it. You get it. Like, if you're tall and you don't play basketball, society throws you aside. It's a damn
Dude, when
shame.
I'm substitute teaching, the kids always ask me first thing, do you play sports?
yeah, who
and
wants to
I'm
get
like-
dunked on? That's what you got to start doing, dude. You just start slamming on these kids. Put them in their place immediately.
Do you play sports?
Yeah, I'm like UFC, and then I kick them right in the head.
I play UFC.
Dude, yeah, his fight name is the Praying Mantis.
I believe it. I believe it, brother.
I mean, just recreationally. In high school, I did volleyball for a year, and I did pole vault for the track and field team.
Yeah.
They
Kind of
use Niko
underwhelming.
as the pole.
Yeah. They used me as the pole, and then the girls would just slide
Can't
down.
be stopped, dude. I'm sorry. I'm a
You're
monster.
a menace.
I'm a monster.
Yeah.
Papa couldn't
Man.
keep me off the pole. He tried his
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
There's got to be so many corny shirts of people who are pole vaulters that have that slogan on their T-shirt.
Yeah, something like that.
What?
Can't keep me off the pole. It's like
I don't
someone
think
like,
they did. They might. Yeah.
I'm a corner of that market then.
I feel like in high school they wouldn't really let that fly.
That's true.
I don't think there's a market.
I'm gonna find
for
out, brother.
pole vaulting, dude. Is there a company?
Dude, if there's a market for guys to be able to be cannibals with girls, I can find one for pole vaulters.
True.
But we just got to throw sex into it. That's the problem. Like maybe the big pole vault.
Maybe we
is
go
the
after
dildo.
college kids then,
Yeah.
or just passionate hobbyists.
I think there's not a single person above the age of 24 pole vaulting. And that
I
don't
have
even
to
need to,
respectfully
I don't
disagree.
have to look that up, dude. There's no way.
Respectfully,
There's
I
no way. That
disagree.
is a young man's getting Niko.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you. Well,
Someone just set the record. I think like a few months ago. A new record. or
like
something.
12 feet. What do we?
No, I think it's like 21 feet or it's in the 20s. But it all looks the same at a certain
I just
point.
don't even understand any of the parameters of pole vaulting. I know nothing about the sport.
So what were you, just boxing all growing up?
Boxing and swimming, and
Huh.
yeah.
So
I
you know
started
nothing
off,
about teamwork.
yeah, pretty
Is that what
much.
This is
No.
makes sense that you do a solo podcast, dude.
I mean, I've been bringing people on.
It's
you
just
guys,
yeah. I
you
mean,
know.
but as opponents, dude.
Well, what it was is I was homeschooled growing up, so I did so
you
much.
Checks
on
out.
There's a
my
reason
own.
for everything.
Checks
You brought
out.
that up. Come
Checks
on.
out.
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Checks out.
Which is terrible. I would never recommend it. It's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, my buddy was homeschooled for a little bit, and like, he was like, yeah, dude, I would skate for a little, like, I would do nothing. It was so boring.
I'd be 8 years old waking up on a Tuesday, and I'd be like, I'm gonna dress up like a cat and fuck with the mailman today. That'll just be my Tuesday. I'd be like, I'm gonna go climb that tree and wait for him.
And
That's
now
what
you
I
dress
did.
up like a cat and fuck the mailman.
Yeah, pretty
That's how
much,
that-
dude.
That's what happened. That's why you need to keep your kids in school, ladies and gentlemen. The public school system is more important than we know.
And by the time you're 13, dude, you're just majoring and jerking off, dude. Like, if you
Oh,
don't
your
leave
numbers
the house,
must have been the good point, Niko.
That's
Beautiful
that's
point, dude. Your numbers
ridiculous.
must have been through the roof.
See, I also think there's also the thing of I didn't have the internet, and it was like I think if you're around schoolgirls and you're that age, you're just always just fucking like
maybe a stepmom or something, stepsister.
I wish
Uh,
that would have been the life. Then you don't want to go to school. You're just like, why do I have to leave the house? I got everything here.
you're
I think
just
I've
stuck
said
in the
this.
dryer all day.
I think I've said this on this platform, but the first time I ever jerked off, I would just closed my eyes and said the name of the girl I had a crush on
Shut
over
the
and over
fuck
again.
up.
Yeah.
Shut the
I'm
fuck
not
up.
gonna. Yeah, I just said her name over and over again. And just,
Like a witch.
and
You
just
just started,
puts-
kept repeating it.
yeah, just maybe she would appear. She never did.
Clint.
So yeah, yeah. It's like if you say Biggie Smalls' name 3 times in the mirror, but he never showed up.
So you closed your eyes and you just went for it.
I just went for it, dude. And it was I shot a blank the first time. First couple times. I think
So
the first
you
year of
shot.
the game.
But how? What do you mean you shot
Dude,
a blank?
you climax and nothing happens.
And then you
Dude,
went, I'm going to go back to reading this fucking comic book?
Yeah, it's really shameful in the early days.
There's-
It's really shameful. Do you remember, like, I remember doing it, like, thinking, like midway, it's like, you have to face your parents after this, but don't stop. The shame of just, of the post-ejaculation as a kid is just, like, embarrassing.
I feel like it's worse now.
I feel like if you didn't come, it doesn't count. I feel like the coast is clear. You're good.
So it's just, like, my first 6 times were just a build-up. Because I think...
It's like Kama
Dude, the
Sutra.
idea of anybody like orgasming, seeing them, like it's already awkward enough and uncomfortable, but like no cum coming out, just like.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. Do your parents ever walk in on you guys whacking it?
Of course, dude. My
No.
dad caught me on
See,
multiple
like,
occasions.
you're lying. Your mom...
No, I'm not.
Really?
He blocked it out.
I mean, I'm sure my mom probably found a sticky sock or something.
Dude, one
at some
time I
point,
remember
but-
being... in the
American Pie over here? You did it
No.
in socks? Or just clean up?
Just clean up.
Okay.
I mean, what did you? I usually use like tissues or something, but I would just like stuff them behind my bed and stuff, and like
Dude, I remember a couple crazy things in hindsight. One, I remember when my mom walking in on me. I was in the shower. I was just in there forever. And she was like, Matthew, if you keep playing with that thing, it's going to fall off. Exact words. I remember her saying that, and it's like, I was like, what are you talking about, Mom? Like, still going? Like, fucking embarrassing. And
that's
then,
how you came, dude.
Dude,
that
the
finally
first-
got you over the hump.
Like, I'm serious. Up until I was like 23, dry rubbed.
Oh,
never
yeah.
did. Really? Okay, I thought I was an anomaly. I would
No,
not
I
use
mean-
any lotion, nothing for like. And then like one day I had to.
Yeah.
Man. See, the first time I jerked off to completion,
Is there something to that though? Like a young jerk? I'm sorry to cut you off. Is there something to not needing lotion? Like your dick's a
Your
little
soft
silky?
hands.
Is that what it is?
I mean, if you
I'm not
work with your
calloused
hands
yet?
a lot, yeah, you didn't get calloused.
Okay.
Keep them soft.
do you still lotion every time?
Yeah, I mean, fortunately for me, the numbers are dwindling.
Okay.
You know, but
That's just a lot of work.
But I need something. I need some. You don't?
I spit.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
How much weirder would that be?
Yeah, that's when that's when you're getting.
That's weird, right, guys?
That's true crime.
I shouldn't say that, right?
That's what that is. It's true.
He's pissed.
I mean, why not? I mean, God gave you these natural lubricants. We never use them.
Yeah.
I actually don't use lotion.
What I do is jumping jacks. Just get sweaty, and then you're good.
There you go.
What were you gonna say? I derailed you.
The first time I orgasmed for the first time. I had a few dry runs. I know why I was doing it. That's what's weird about guys' brains is you don't know why you're doing it. You're just like, I'm just doing it.
Do you have a timeline for your first?
It was either the summer before freshman year or freshman year
of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in Puerto Rico, that's 9. That's 9. Grade 9.
I remember I was watching this sex scene in this VHS. And it was the movie, what was the name? Baby Boy. Have you ever seen it?
I don't know.
It was VHS, and it had a few sex scenes, so I could fast forward, rewind. I could find whatever else feeling.
What was the first movie that got me hard? That's a good point.
Yeah.
And then so had you had jacked off prior?
Just some dry runs, just kind of filling everything out.
Right.
And I'm going, and I'm like, it was like a full body experience. I'm like, something's happening right now.
Yeah.
Like it's like a fucking plane landing for the first time. You're just like, whoa.
It's almost like so sensational that you can't play through.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? It's crazy. I mean, Niko's still on like his 8th or 9th time. Why do I do this? What do I do? I love you so much.
I mean, I would be proud of that. If I had only jerked off 8 or 9 times.
That'd be impressive.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you would be
stronger. Impressive or just a giant red flag. I think 8 or 9 times is not a red flag. It's like 0 times at this age is weird.
No, once a year since I was like, 13.
Well, Steve-O, have you heard him talk about that? How he went 365 days without coming?
Yeah.
And then he says it was just it was disappointing. It's not what you like. He's like, I was expecting to just fire hose. I thought I was gonna bust through a brick wall.
No.
Kool-Aid man, nothing. It was like it trickled out, it hosed out.
It's not shitting for 365 days that really gets a good one out.
And now what is that? Air and water? What's that diet looking like?
Just continue on normal. Just don't shit.
Okay.
I'll have to try that sometime.
Keep it in.
I would love to put Niko in a survival situation, 24 hours.
We were talking about that earlier.
Have him on surveillance.
Not for the surveillance part, just to see the.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go on Naked and Afraid.
Well, I think you would do really well on like a what's that one? Alone. I think you would do really well.
I think so too.
I think I could see you like adopting a family of sloths out there or something and being one with them.
I think they adopt him.
Niko can, if he manipulates his body enough, he could have a real like Sasquatch silhouette, and you could really use that to your advantage out there.
Dude, I think I just eat like a shit ton of food before, and then I just hibernate for
One of the guys who
nap.
won beefed up before. He's like, I don't know why everyone doesn't do this. Like,
Yeah.
They didn't say it. I read the rule book. You could do this.
Yeah.
He put on
Yeah.
like 75 pounds
Yeah.
and just like counted on that, like on the nights. Because I mean, you could. I think like as long as you have fat in your body, you're good. Because your body's just gonna burn that as fuel.
If you go in there with abs, you're gonna have a bad time.
You're gonna have a bad time, dude. It's so crazy when the medical team comes and tries to pull some of these guys out, and they're like, "I have so much more fight in me." Like, you're gonna die in an hour. We need to get you some fuel.
If you're like 600 pounds and you're just left alone and you're just given water, how long could you survive for without eating?
It's a good question.
Because I think they're at a disadvantage because of the metabolism.
What do you mean?
Like the metabolic rate of like burning. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Dr. Stu, give it to us.
But I think like that the more unhealthier you are, the harder time your body has like breaking down things for energy.
Oh, so you can't break down the fat as well?
I mean, that's a ball. I mean, that's a street answer.
Yeah.
That's a street answer I just gave you, but
I like to think that they could go like a year and then just be normal. You need some food?
Yeah, I think you adapt. Like a lot of people who are that much weight, they have a really big amount of muscle.
Yeah.
So I think that it wouldn't happen like that. I think after a while, your organs would start shutting down.
You jealous of that muscle a little?
Yeah, a little bit. I think if you have, you're gonna start shutting down pretty quick if you're that unhealthy.
You start stripping some of these tubbies down, dude, and they are sliced underneath that. They got a real nice build.
Oh, you got it. You're carrying around.
Yeah.
You know.
And that would be my argument for being fat. I'm getting a better workout than all you guys.
Every day's leg day.
Every day is everything day, dude. I mean, I got to use my arms to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's impressive.
What do you think's the bigger struggle? Showering or taking a shit as a fatty. As just a big
Showering for sure, dude. Shitting is like a reward, like it's a relief. But a shower the whole time, you're just like.
I got a buddy. I'm not gonna put him on blast. He's been pretty much obese his entire life, and I was talking to him. He's like, "Dude, I haven't shit solid. I can't tell you the last time."
Oof.
And that's what I pride myself. And I produce nice fibrous logs.
Yeah.
Dude, recently I've been having these shits where it's like you just need like a clarification wipe and you're good. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing better than that.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking
Are you
about?
a
Ghost
morning? Are you a morning shitter or evening? Is it random?
Dude, I've been
You on a
having this
schedule?
weird. I've been having a weird post-sex situation.
That's a
going.
weird thing,
Very
bro.
weird, yeah.
Or maybe mid-sex. You
Sometimes
can maybe bring the shit into the
Dude,
bedroom.
I'd say
Little dirty
everything's fair game as long as there's consent, and that you know that about me, Niko.
Some girls are into it. Manly.
You try telling that to Armie. Yeah, I mean, clearly not.
And have you tried carnivore diet? I feel like you're on carnivore diet because when you take
No.
out gluten and
I was on like a weird hybrid of that, I
Oh,
guess.
okay.
Not on purpose.
Hold on, the
I
cavemen didn't give a fuck about gluten.
right.
Is that what you were trying to say right there?
Well, I don't think they had gluten.
Yeah, we didn't. That's
because
a
it does.
man-made
We still
construct.
don't have gluten.
By big
I wanna,
bread,
I want
bro.
to be very guys.
Dude, have
Open
a
your
gluten-free
eyes.
pizza crust and you'll fucking shit your pants.
I think they just take the salt out.
maybe.
You know,
I mean, whatever it is, I've heard that the carnivore diet shits.
I did that
From
for
Joe
30
Rogan.
days.
That they're
Really?
pretty
They
unreal.
are. I did it for 30 days and got such good results that I tried doing it again, but bailed on the second day because of the shits.
Really?
Damn.
But I did it for 30 days. I got sliced up. Like
They burn?
What?
It hurts?
No, it's just, dude. I remember him explaining this on his podcast.
Why'd you do carnivore?
Because I listened to an episode of Joe Rogan. Look at
Yeah.
me. Did you really
Why
need
does
me
he
to
do
say
anything?
that? Take a look at
Why
I
me.
did you
just
get into
wanted.
stand-up
I wanted
comedy?
to make you
Yeah.
Yeah,
say it.
But
I hear it out your dirty mouth.
the way he talked about his shits were like, it's like a like a little gate at the bottom of a hill and a mudslide's coming down. Like,
man.
the thing is, there was no warning. Like you make a sudden move,
Oh,
and
it's
you're like,
go
oh, I
time.
got to shit. Like there was
Right.
no warning. It would just slide right out of you because there's zero fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the worst. Especially when you're like working or something and you're like, fuck, I gotta just hold this in.
Dude, but it is so bad when it's liquid. It's like so unsatisfying.
Especially if you're at like a park and it's like public restroom toilet paper that's just breaking
And people
across
think you're
your
sitting
fingers.
while you pee. It's just making that
Yeah.
stream sound.
Oh. You almost want to tell them, be like, you can still respect me after this.
Yeah.
God, you ever shit your pants?
Oh yeah,
Really?
I think did we talk about that?
we might have.
Because I've shit my pants more times than an adult should admit.
So as an adult, you
As
shit.
an adult, dude, I have one time,
Drunk?
dude. I remember I remember being in Japan one time. I was in the Navy. I was in the barracks, and I just had to fucking shit, dude. And it was coming, and there was nothing I could. It was one of those ones where it's like, dude, like. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And my buddy was in the shitter. And you know when like you're knocking, and you're like, hey, I need to go in there, and you can just tell by their demeanor that they're scrolling on their phone. That's the demeanor. I got. He's like, it's gonna take a while, dude. And I'm like, if there's not poop coming out of your butt right now, you need to stand up. There's
Yeah.
one toilet. We're in the barracks. He didn't. I felt it coming. Hopped up on the sink, the communal sink that we all share, and just plastered it. Filled it up.
Oh.
It was a nightmare. It was an
God
absolute
damn.
nightmare.
That's not shitting your pants. That's just being resourceful.
Okay,
like, you
but
got
here's
through that.
another time. I was on my way back from Myrtle Beach, dude, and it was through the night, and my uncle, shouts to Uncle Mark, who's Niko's
Former fan.
yeah, former fan, current enemy of Niko.
Oh man.
But
Niko.
JK, he doesn't watch anymore. I don't know why I even address it. But he gave me like 3 Dunkin' vanilla, those like Dunkin' Donuts coffees, and he's like, just slug these down. I'll get you through the night. And I slugged them, and it did not get me through the night, dude. And I was like, it was like 2 a.m. I couldn't pull over anywhere. I found a gas station. It was closed. I didn't know what to do. As I was going, I was like game planning. I'm going back to my car to like do a squat, and I just remember the step that I took and just unleashed, dude. And I just had to drive the whole way. I had no options.
Damn.
Oh my god.
That
I think
smell
I put
must
a
have been
plastic
atrocious in
bag.
there.
I like stripped down my. It was horrible.
Yuck, dude.
It was a rental car too. It was
Oh.
all in a rental car.
Oof.
I like stained the leather. I remember this.
Oh.
got away with
just
it.
oozing out your
Yeah,
shorts.
no charges, but I was like rubbing dirt on it. It was like bad. Like it just
They didn't even charge you.
didn't charge me, dude.
Dude, cars are
Bless
like the
their hearts.
grossest thing in the world, especially rental cars,
I would say,
Ubers. Think about all that.
Hotel rooms, dude.
Hotel rooms too. But yeah.
I did
Shit.
Uber for a while.
Oh,
You get
yeah?
Some wild people in there.
Here?
No, in LA.
Dang. You got some crazy stories?
A lot of cocaine.
Mhm.
A lot of weird people. Just
Doing coke in the back while you're moving?
I took someone accidentally, with unbeknownst to me, to buy cocaine. I took them to do the drug deal.
Yeah, of course, unbeknownst to you.
Yeah.
They're
You're
gonna
an
put that in the
accomplice?
notes on the Uber pickup.
But I was sitting in this like creepy like alleyway while this dude went into this like creepy apartment, and then when he came back, he was all excited, and then they started doing it in the back seat, and I literally, because I hear the in the back, and I'm like, I look back, and he's literally has a key out doing cocaine.
Hey, you want some, bro?
Dude, I go, the fuck are you doing? And he goes, what? Like that guy's just not crazy.
Like, you're the asshole.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
And then
Fucking
I was
narc.
like, you can't do that shit in my car.
Yeah, you do sound like a real snitch all of a sudden.
Yeah.
To be
And-
honest.
And then
You sound like a real snitch, dude.
Yeah, dude. You
So I
sound
took
like my mom.
I took him straight to the police station, and I got my reward. But I remember after I dropped him off, he got real weird, like all jumpy and stuff. Like he was fucking going.
So you just kept letting him do it. You said, "Hey, you can't do that in my car." And they're like, "Okay." And
And
they just
then
keep going.
he either did it on on mute or he didn't do it. But then he got out and he's just like, he was hanging in the window. He had some problems because he was like, I just want you to know I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I was like, dude, as soon as you walk away, you don't exist to me anymore.
Yeah, get
like,
out.
I'm never going to see you.
Leave.
And he was like, all right, man. And he goes, shake my hand. I shook his hand. And then he goes, so can I get your number, like, to come pick us up later? And I was like, dude, bye.
What if he just buzzed you? Gotcha. the old
cocaine.
buzzer, the old buzzer trick. But
I'd
Lighten
laugh
up
at
a
that.
little.
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I get such anxiety when I'm in an Uber with bad passengers. I'm just like, don't annoy this guy. Let's just all shut the fuck up till we get there. Like, this has to suck for him. He's just making some... Things aren't great. He's an
Yeah.
Uber driver. Everyone shut the fuck up. Let's get home safely. He's obviously doing this to pay off this Tesla. He's in way too deep.
Right.
You know? You see that, too. Like, you get, like,
Yeah.
a dude picking you up in a Jaguar. It's like, how did this happen? Oh, I know how this happened. Looking at your shoes, and then I'm looking at how thin your wallet is, and it's not adding up.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just for the love of the game, dude. Come on.
Just always want to be a taxi driver.
I mean,
Yeah.
I saw the movie Taxi Driver when I was young, and it did inspire me to download Uber.
Dude, I got my... I should have mentioned this last podcast. I have had some car troubles again. The party never ends with me.
Jeez.
I a week ago going to the Sanjak open mic, I figured I'd be risky, and I parked in the parking lot right behind Sanjak. Fucking
Ooh.
rookie ass move.
Oof.
And came back, had the old boot and chain.
Oh.
Car's fucking booted.
You got what is this, Chicago 1975?
I know, dude.
With booting cars?
Dude, I don't... What's the point of a boot? It's really just... Because they can give you a ticket, but I guess they think you're not going to pay it. So they just put the boot on there.
And now your
And it's
car,
humiliating.
your car's stuck there
It's stuck there.
in the
so
place it's not supposed to be.
yeah.
Makes no sense.
Because there's a bunch of open
I didn't
parking
even think about it.
spots.
Dude, the boot doesn't make
it,
sense.
It makes no sense. And so it says call the number. I got to call this jackass up. But actually the sweetest guy ever. He was really... As soon as he pulled up...
yeah,
he's
but
like,
but unfortunately for him on enemy lines.
Right.
You
I know.
Enemy lines.
And no, that's why I said at the end of this. Because he was telling me, he's like, dude, I tell kids, like...
It's the captain dogs, folks. It's the captain's dogs.
Big fans. The fans found us.
Play through, dude. You're
Welcome-
professional.
Welcome
They,
to my
uh,
life.
Oh, shit. Oh, do you get into it? Is it neighbors out here?
Yeah.
Niko.
Anyway, we'll cover it in a second. The parking stops, maybe. But anyway, did you...
No, go for it.
Oh, this guy, he was being super nice. He's like, dude, on the weekdays, you can probably get away with it. But on the weekends, we go pretty hard on you guys. And he's like, he's on the other team, but he's like trying to be nice and be like, I tell young kids, man, just like, Sundays free parking in other spots, but don't park here. And he works for this company. I was like, dude, you're such a nice guy. Like,
Dude,
it
this
must be
is-
rough ruining people's days.
Yeah, he's like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, and his dad's trying to pull him to the dark side. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm a good guy, but he's in too deep. He's Michael Corleone, dude. He got sucked into the family business.
And that's what I said to him. I'm like, I feel bad that you got to make people's days shitty all the time. He's like, no, I love my job like I do. I'm like, dude, no, you don't. There's
You're
no way-
sympathizing with me right now.
Right.
There's no way you like doing
I
this.
know. But he was the best guy to be doing it because he was so nice that I wanted to be heated at
He
whoever
disarmed
showed
you.
me up. Yeah, he was just...
Yeah.
I think you just learn that as a strategy from doing that game.
Yeah.
It's better to just be the nicest guy ever.
I mean, I got towed recently downtown.
Ugh.
1:30 out the door.
But also Sunday, that's boots cheaper than tow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Sunday. I thought you were supposed to park for free. You'd be able to park for free.
Yeah, but it was the fucking parade that was going on, or the arts fair. Remember how it was
parade?
all the arts fair on 6th Street?
Oh yeah.
Like 2 weekends ago.
I was gonna say, I show up to these parades.
It wasn't a parade. It was just 6th Street was shut down for 2 days, and they had all these tents and shit. So
Yeah.
parking was impossible to find, even on a Sunday.
Are you getting ripped up, dude?
Dude, do you guys feel these mosquitoes right now?
I'm pantsed up, dude. I couldn't be happier.
Genius.
I
like these
And those are his
shorts.
girlfriend's pants.
I like that. Nice socks too.
But you got issues with the people next door? I mean,
Dude,
you got to
Nico's no stranger to that, dude.
I'm not.
No
I'm
shit.
there with you.
And
This
the only
guy,
thing
he'll
is
get your back.
He shares a wall with these
Yeah.
people, dude.
I can't give you advice
Let me
because
get
I
that
just
spray.
I let people
You think
walk
it's gonna
all
work-
over
you
me.
think it's gonna work on the neighbors?
Yeah, just loud dogs. You guys
If
heard
you-
that.
if you need me to stake out and get some surveillance,
What's going on with your place?
They've been good for a little while, but a little bit of
domestic
abuse.
Oh,
disputes.
shit.
And parties.
Domestic violence, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nico's like the old man who found a raging deal in like a nice neighborhood, not knowing that it's because it's in the middle of Greek Row and he's just surrounded by like frat houses, and so he's a little bit of a grump about it, but
That's what we
rightfully
were
so.
talking
I mean,
about.
he's got a little baby now, a little puppy. He's trying to sleep at night.
But I wish I was, Gran Torino and I was out there, yelling at him or whatever. But I'm just a pussy.
So there's
and I
no
just
need
take
to
it on the
to
chin.
take this to a racist level.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know
that
if you
real,
saw that
real
film.
dark.
Bad reference.
I haven't
Mm.
seen that since I was a kid. I bet if I
Shame.
watched it back, it'd be pretty
Yeah,
tough. I mean, it was tough at the time.
didn't age well.
Oh,
But
really?
it wasn't even. Yeah, I mean, it's just super racist.
Yeah,
But that's the point of it.
right.
Where are we at? Are we good?
We're at 53 minutes.
How long do you guys normally go?
We're not here. I mean,
About this?
yeah.
I'll tell you this. I did have a crazy neighbor thing in Puerto Rico. Well, Puerto Rico's crazy because
Dominican Republic? Or
Huh?
we're talking next door neighbors? Oh, okay.
that was the best joke you've said on this podcast. And the last one. That was very
It's a
good.
good one, dude.
Except for the joke where you said you could beat up a giraffe.
Yeah.
No,
Draft would have your number, dude.
I lived in this really sketchy area on the other side of town from where I was supposed to be going to school. My Puerto Rican girlfriend at the time, she tricked me over summer to move closer to her, so I lived 40 minutes away from school. Little weird apartment. She
Funny
like
to call it a trick. Like, how did she trick you into it?
Yo,
I
you
don't
did a
know the
cost-benefit
landscape.
analysis.
She
You
was
knew-
like, I found this
Like, you
place.
didn't know
It's
where she
cheap.
lived?
I actually didn't.
We're next door.
Puerto
Everything's
Rico
right down the
time is
road.
different, you
Everything's
know?
right down the road in Puerto Rico.
You tricked me.
On a map, it looked almost like a quarter inch away. But these people, it was very weird. Some nights,
Fucking map.
I was wondering how they were gonna get. These people below me, they were always cooking weird things and doing weird sounds and shit. And they used to be at my apartment, and I used to get weird vibes in this place.
Oh.
And one night, I'm in one of the rooms, and no wind, nothing. My fucking door just slammed shut, and it was a door that even when I first started living, they said that door doesn't shut. You just have to, because it's like stuck behind there. It slammed shut, and on the other side was beads and a crazy spooky face.
Mhm. I was gonna
put
say,
into
did you start lighting some of those Saint Guadalupe
Bro,
candles?
bro, insane. And then I tell my neighbor next to me about what happened, and he goes, "Dude, the neighbors below us, they do Santeria, and they do that all the time. You ever smell that weird stuff? They're cooking like animals."
Oh,
and
so
shit.
you were in the middle of a séance. You got caught up in a séance.
Yeah, bro. Some
I
of
see.
that bad juju found its way
So
up.
they put beads on your door?
Yeah. I don't
And
know
now
if
is
they had a
this like,
key.
are they trying to convince you that it's haunted? Or are they trying to rope you into the community?
Scare you out?
I think it was leftover stuff that it was just like
Okay.
it dispelled, you know.
Did you say, I don't practice Santeria?
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
actually great.
because
That was great.
and now Santeria, now that's just
That's dark
Hispanic
island
voodoo.
magic. Yeah.
Okay,
Dang.
Yeah.
Hispanic voodoo.
That was the craziest neighbor thing I've yeah, there's a you know.
And now Puerto Ricans, is it like their distant cousin in Mexico? Is it much like do they because they like the spirits down there, you know, the day of
There's
the dead.
not like Dia de Muerte, like that kind of stuff. It's not as prevalent. They're just island magic, and
no,
then there's
Noches de Norte.
Noches de Norte.
Yeah, they flip it.
Yeah,
Did you like living on an island? Or did it feel weird?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was a crazy thing to be isolated and you'd be smoking blunts on the ocean with your fucking feet in the water. Coconut trees.
Dick in the
The
sand.
coke, yeah, just fucking flopping it out. Coqui frogs in the distance.
Who?
That's what it sounded like.
Oh, they
Coqui
whistle
frogs.
these frogs.
Yeah, you would hear them in the distance. And it was a dope.
It's really
feeling.
just a smooth ass Puerto Rican guy cat calling.
That's what it fucking sounds like. Yeah.
The
No, I liked
frogs are
it.
spitting game.
It was you feel very in the moment there.
Yeah.
Come back here, everything's
And that was 4 years?
about 3.
You think you could go back?
It was Trace.
Yeah, if I was a single man, I'd go back for sure.
But now you got your roots down in
I like.
Thailand.
I love that. There's no point in going there except for the pussy. I love that.
No.
Nicely done.
I would go back. I want a vacation home there
Oh,
one
yeah.
day. Yeah, it's a
Damn.
beautiful place, man. The food. I actually planned on making you guys Puerto Rican food and chicken, having it ready for you guys, but time just got
Even
weird
with
today.
Niko being an hour late, you couldn't.
I
get it
mean,
right.
you know, I
just-
should have found a place to work it into.
Next
know?
time, just don't say it if you didn't do it.
Yeah.
No point.
Do
in
you think that made us
bringing
I like
feel
to
better?
make people
Yeah.
regret.
Yeah.
I am Puerto Rican myself, so a little bit of emotional manipulation is my brand.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, dude, I think we do. I think the three of us do have to get going. So if you wanna, what do you got to plug, dude? Plug it in.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me. The Captain's Dog. It's an honor. I've been circling this podcast for a while. I enjoy what you guys do. The mahogany, the monotony, the monogamy.
And also, he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we accept all viewers
Yeah,
and listeners." That
you
was,
know?
that's him. That's not us. But he's.
And you're fluid. You're undecided.
I'm a little fluid. But go ahead. I'm sorry. This is nonsense. Go ahead. Go ahead. I was about to riff about how I'm. But go ahead.
All right.
Patreon.
Patreon. You guys have Patreon?
No.
I'm always joking about it. We'll put it up on the Patreon.
Hell yeah.
We got to put that picture of you with the fucking pimples all over you
Oh,
when you had the rash.
oh hell yeah.
I guess it wasn't. In my head, it looks worse than probably it does.
It was pretty bad, but you guys can find me at IamEvanLopez.com. It's just I am Evan Lopez on Instagram. I don't know why I added a .com in there. I panicked.
And now but the problem with that is you might not get people because a lot of people don't like to lie to themselves. And if I have to type in "I am Evan Lopez" and press enter, it just feels dishonest.
That's such a great point.
So maybe you are
Yeah.
Evan Lopez.
I tried to just get Evan Lopez. But some
We
little,
are Evan Lopez.
You're going to make a lot of people
Make it a
restart
full-
their
Make it a
12
community.
steps.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea.
I mean, we've talked about how you've planted roots within Scientology,
Mm-hmm.
so it's only
Mhm.
natural. The LopezFamily.com.
Yeah.
The LopezFamily.com.
Yeah, the LopezFamily.com.
So you can find Evan at the LopezFamily.com. But no, go ahead, plug the pod. Go ahead, and we've both been on episodes of Evan's pod. 7 minutes.
Niko and I's might not come out because Niko likes to go dark.
Yeah, I just got to clear some things with some people.
Niko's
see
like
what
the
PR wants to do about
He's
it.
kind of like the Tarantino of podcasting. It starts light.
There's a
starts
lot of
energetic.
N-words.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I'll be real with
dude, the editing process for the dogs is grueling. let me
Oh,
tell you.
dude, I normally don't even edit for 7 minutes in Evan, but this time around,
It's gonna be 7 minutes. of
snip, 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 snip,
Yeah.
snip, snip, snip. It's gonna be the Scissor Bros podcast. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Yeah, 7 minutes in Evan. It's been a pleasure, boys. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Captain's dogs. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.